All right. What is good? What is good, everybody? It is your girl, Ticket to Shine, right here at All Things Ruthless. Yes, today is just that kind of day where everybody is going live talking about something in these internet streets, in these YouTube streets. So, if you guys are tuning in with me, I absolutely appreciate it all. Listen, before I dive into Beauty in the Black, which is entitled today, we're going to talk about Kimmie's blues. Listen, they've been giving Kimmie the blues since she's been a little bitty baby, and we're here to talk about it. But we're also going to dive a little bit into Mallory. So again, thank you guys for tapping in, tuning in, kicking it with your girl, Ticket to Shine, right here at All Things Ruthless. I'm going to try to be brief with this commentary because I do have a few more things that I want to put out to you guys. But before I dive into it, let me just give you guys this All the Queen's Men trailer. We have been anticipating its return, and we are grateful to know that it is going to come back on November 28th. That's Thanksgiving, so make sure that you guys are locked in. So before we go into Beauty in the Black, let's just talk a little bit about All the Queen's Men. Y'all check out this trailer.
The wait's over.
Your father will die in agony, and you will be hanging from a bridge in the middle of the city.
I will come after you with a vengeance that you didn't even know was possible. Checkmate.
Why do you act like you're the boss of everybody?
Because I am.
All the Queen's Men.
So listen, Papa Cadillac done got hemmed up. They have gotten Papa Cadillac hemmed up. Madam, she is going to lose it. She's going to have to create or finish the war between her and Lotus's daddy. Straight from Colombia, he's coming in and he's going to wreak havoc on Madam, her family. Hoping that Papa Cadillac will survive, but he's looking pretty beat up. So we'll see if Madam is able to do her thing. With that being said, y'all, let's just go ahead and dive into the role of Kimmie, or the character Kimmie, on Beauty in Black, y'all. As y'all know, this is now streaming on Netflix. It's been in the top movies to watch. It was number one for a week or so, and then it went into the category of the top watch movies or the top watch series on Netflix. And I've been watching it back and forth. I completed the 8 episodes. We're all looking forward to another 8 episodes. Now, I don't know if they're going to call this. I know when Tyler Perry initially announced it, he said that part 1 would be out, and it came out, right? So next spring, I believe it's March sometime, that part 2 is going to make its return. And they've got to hurry up because this series is so good. It has a lot of bits and pieces that you wouldn't really expect some of the characters to actually be that type of individual. Let's talk about Kimmie, y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about Kimmie. So Kimmie, again, she's the most hated character by the other characters on here. Like, if for some reason, especially Body and Daga, what's his name, Jules, like, for some reason they just straight up hate her, but they are the ones that actually put her, kind of put her in this situation. They could have, done without her, but we are introduced to her when we see her and Roy's interaction. Let me give you guys this clip and I will be right back.
At this point, I'm thinking,
listen, Roy, who are you trying to recreate? Who is it that Roy is trying to recreate? Is he trying to recreate Mallory at this point? He acts as if he just cannot stand his wife. Probably been a very long time since they ever even got in the bed. Do he like little girls or something? Because Kimmie, is definitely a younger version of his wife. And I'm just thinking, this whole time that he's talking to her and talking about what she's wearing and how she's smelling, like, who is he trying to recreate? Hell, for all we know, he could be trying to recreate his mama. Like, who is it that Roy is trying to recreate, y'all? But he demeans her. He talks, he's abusive physically and mentally to her. He's just taking her through it. So we're also going to meet her friend by the name of Rain. Now, I'm going to tell you guys how she and Rain are connected. But we see at this moment, because the story, the synopsis of the story is telling us that Kimmie as well as Mallory's paths are going to cross. And I'm thinking in the beginning, okay, Kimmie and Mallory may meet because of this whole scholarship that Kimmie is trying to go and get, because Beauty and Black, this hair company, this cosmetic company, this hair product line is giving out a scholarship, and Kimmie is interested in getting that particular scholarship. This is how I'm thinking the two of them were going to connect. Well, their tree, their family tree, or not family tree, y'all. Their connection is deeper than what we thought, because we're going to find out. Well, we'll get to it, but we'll find out that Kimmie is sleeping with Mallory's husband, not by her choice, but she also thinks that he can kind of get her, out of the strip club. And these are some promises that Roy are trying to make to Kimmie. He's saying, I can upgrade you. I can get you out of the life. I'm trying to get you out of the life. I'm trying to have you, and I guess that answers my own question as to who is it that Roy is trying to, recreate by using Kimmie. He's saying that, he can get her out of that life. And I'm just like, are you really trying to get her out of that life? Because you seem as if you're the one that's like making it hard for her. What's up, DeMarcus? Thank you. I know you were over on the other video or the other live, so thank you for hopping over here for a minute. I absolutely appreciate it. And Rain definitely, absolutely, without a doubt, unequivocally needs a brain, literally. But back to what I was saying, y'all. Rain, again, Kimmie, she thinks that, she's there. She's trying to change her life. She's thinking, if I get this whole scholarship, this whole, I can get this money and go to school and my life can change. And, it's just a lot. She doesn't want to be literally stuck in this whole club life. She doesn't want to be stuck under the thumb of Jules. She doesn't want to be stuck owing Jules this money, because according to her tab, she owes Jules approximately about $100,000. But she also says while her and Rain were having a conversation, she says that Jules probably set the whole thing up with them being, caught up in the airport and almost getting arrested. And I believe that wholeheartedly, that Jules definitely set them up. I think he used, I forgot to do, Darren, I know his name and I forgot it, but I think he used everybody, every little bit and piece to get these girls to do what it is that he wants. I think that's Jules's MO. Rain definitely needs a brain. But we don't really know Rain's full backstory. The only thing we know is that we saw Rain in a Walmart when we met her. So with that being said, Kimmie ends up getting basically kicked out of her mom's home, but we find out that she was SA'd by her own stepfather. Her mom tells her, there's nothing else I can do for you. You're old enough. You got to go. But how you kick your own child out? You only give her, $10 and leave her outside of some shopping plaza. She's 17 years old at the time. So this goes along with also is Kimmie still 17, 18 years old? Is this why her mindset is the way that it currently is right now? She's sort of like in survival mode. She's also in the mode of I want to do something different with my life because of what she's experienced with her mother. Now her mother is garbage. Like I said, her no disrespect. Yeah, disrespect, all disrespect to the mother. She definitely is garbage. I wonder if Roy got Jillian out of the strip club also. Who the way that everybody is moving, it wouldn't surprise me the way that these characters are connected. But let me think on that because I don't want to lose my train of thought. Let me think on that one, DeMarcus. But as I was saying, we see Kimmie getting dropped off at the mall. She gets dropped off at the mall. Mom is like, I have no more love for you. I have nothing else that I can do for you. You got to live your life, honey, because I can't have you in the house and my man keep wanting you. Instead of saying, I'm going to lock this bastard up for doing what he has done to you, she chooses to blame it all on Kimmie. So now Kimmie is forced to live this whole life, this homeless teenager life. And she, like, what does she know to do? She clearly doesn't have, at the moment, she doesn't have any survival skills. But this is when she meets Rain without the brain. I guess Rain is in survival mode as well. I guess Rain is in survival mode as well because she, she was found living in the Walmart. Like, who put you out the house, Rain? And not only did Rain, get put out the house, but or wherever, however she ended up homeless as a teen, she ended up showing Kimmie how to survive. She gave her the little bit of food that she had. They hid in this store in the TV section with the large televisions. And so she tried to, she did her best. All I can say is people will do their best. They only can do what they know to do. Now, then we also are introduced to, is it Miguel? Is his name Miguel? Let me find his name, y'all, because I need to get this right. Anyway, we find out that these two heifers done connected with somebody that they didn't even know on the internet, had confidence in them, say, oh yeah, we're gonna meet. That's Angel, y'all. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of his name for nothing. But yeah, they meet Angel over the internet. He connects with them and say, hey, let's do this whole gig. I got this way we can make money, like $5,000 for both of you. And they end up falling for the trap. And she's like, oh, I can make $5,000 too. And he's like, yeah, you can make $5,000 too. And so she falls for the trap. And next thing you know, they're on the plane thinking they're about to move on to a good life and end up getting hemmed up. And of course, I keep calling him Lucius because that was the last character that he played within the Tyler Perry series. But Jules ends up being the one that arrests him. And just like Kimmie thought, I felt like, he had something to do with this whole, with all of this, with them being fake arrested. And as far as Jillian, I think Jillian, I don't know if she got pulled out of the club or she was one of those that could have almost gotten arrested by Jules, and that's why she's always so, Mallory is always so rude and disrespectful to her. I'm thinking that it's a good possibility if yeah, and then that could also explain why she treats her that way, because her man got this girl out of the strip club. Interesting. I need a backstory on Rain, and I definitely need a backstory on Jillian. We definitely need to know where these girls, basically how they came into this family's life, because they don't seem like they just fit in at all. But of course, y'all know Body. Body is the mouthpiece for Jules. We know that this is where we're going to talk a little bit about Rain, because Rain decided she was going to get her booty pumped. Now, listen, as y'all know, as y'all can see, because it's entitled, the show today is entitled Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black, Kimmie's Blues. This is everything is going to kind of focus on Kimmie. It's also going to talk about the people that surround her. But it's about, I won't go like episode by episode. I just want to talk about certain characters. So weekly, I'll try to give you guys other characters that I kind of try to dive into. Like today it'll be 2 or 3, and then next week it'll be 2 or 3 more. But yeah, so she's supposed to get her booty pump. Kimmie goes back to the hotel, and after being back at the hotel with Roy after being mistreated, she goes in, checks on the girl, sees that her girl is knocked out, is not responding. And listen, Dega is garbage. Why you first of all, this is me. Rain, if you saw Dega pulling out cans of Fix-A-Flat for your behind, why are you gonna just lay on the table? You that afraid of Body that you're gonna lay on the table and allow somebody to spray something into you that you have no idea what it consists of? Nothing about Dega looked medical or professional. She said that Dega said that she was a nurse. I am inclined to not believe that. She's the nurse of the Blotched. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie called Botched, where they basically, the girl was going around giving people basically blowing up people's booties, and then once she found out that ain't the right term, y'all, but y'all know what I'm talking about, the butt shots. But once she ran out of the butt shots, she started using Fix-A-Flat. So this is what that reminds me. Reminds me of Dega. Now, if y'all have not seen Botched, it's streaming right now, actually on Tubi. So check out Botched. It was actually a pretty good film. So yeah, she just made a bad choice. Rain should have known that Dega and Chase were unprofessional to give her the body augmentation. Yeah, definitely. And then they're doing it in the hotel, not going to a office or a doctor's office or a clinic or anything like that. Just straight up at your hotel. So yeah, definitely. They definitely should have known. And Jules definitely told Body not to deal with Dega and Chase because they were unprofessional and caused bad issues. And now here we are with, I'm gonna say poor Rain, because I don't know if it was just more fear that caused her to go along with whatever Body said to do. But now she is about to be laid up in the hospital. Poor Body. Poor Body, nobody. She's laid up. Dega and Dega and Chase, they come to the hotel to pretend as if they're going to actually check on her. They got the audacity to pretend to check her blood pressure. And then she goes on to say, as they're cleaning up and wiping up fingerprints, oh, her blood pressure is fine. She's just going to sleep it off. And thankfully, Kimmie has some sense to say, oh, after they left, she still had common sense to try to take her to the hospital, even though, it was against what everybody said to do, because had she not taken her to that hospital, Rain would have been out of there. So, yeah. So, let's see. Frank Kimmer's mother boyfriend played Brandon in Family Business. I'm looking up those names as you type Frank Kimmie. But yeah. It's such a talented crew. So moving right along, y'all. We're gonna see I'm multitasking, as y'all can see. But thank you guys for tapping in, tuning in, kicking it with your girl for a little while. I'm not going to be long, because, again, I do have other lives that I want to talk about, or other content that I want to talk about. And so today, the last character that I'm going to cover is a little bit about Mallory. Now, when we are introduced to Mallory, she looks so sweet and kind and humble, and she's giving out money, and she's giving out she's giving out this whole beautiful speech about self-confidence and self-worth. And then the little baby, she's holding babies and hugging fans, and the baby threw up on her, and you could tell her attitude was about to come out when that baby did a little spit up on her, and she went to wiping off that dress. Now that dress was bad. Shout out to Crystle Stewart. I will say that we've seen her be a little bit of a jerk character before, but this particular film, Beauty in Black, or series Beauty in Black, has taken her to a whole other level of nastiness. She's doing such an amazing job. That's all I want to say about that part. But we're going to find out, this is where we found out that she and Roy are husband and wife. We also find out, like I said, she's like Dirty Diana. She ran over somebody, she unalived somebody, or at least, I ain't gonna say she unalived the individual, but she ran over the individual, which caused that person to eventually cause their demise, a portion of their demise anyway. But she goes home and acts as if nothing has happened. So we're seeing the opposite of who we saw on that stage. We're also going to get to see how nice, nasty she was when she got into the vehicle. She got into that vehicle of that her security and Jillian were riding in. We saw how nasty she was, and she put everybody out, and that's how she ended up driving on her own, ended up running over somebody, and ended up going home again, acting as if nothing had happened. But then, of course, like I said, we know now that she's married to Roy. Roy ends up running over that same individual, and you know, at first they don't say too much. It's almost like some unspoken things, but then somebody says, "Dude, did you go down the road? Did you go down the private road?" Yeah, she asked him, did he go down the private road? And yeah, y'all both went down the private road, and y'all both ran over somebody. But yeah, so they definitely, they are mean for each other, but she claims that she was not as that evil. She was found as a young girl. Her foster parents didn't care for her as much. And then she found the family that she's a part of now. They turned her into this whole monster. Nah, baby, the monster was probably already in you. Oh, that Jilly. Okay, my bad. I'm doing the wrong names. But that particular, that shows that these two are literally meant for each other. They are meant for each other. Roy as well as Mallory. They're made for each other because they're both straight evil, nasty individuals. They don't care about anybody but themselves. Calvin and Jillian. Thank you. Calvin is the security. Jillian is the young lady who's supposed to be Mallory's assistant. And unfortunately, they are exposed to the nastiness, of Mallory. But clearly, it's something that they're used to, because they kind of got in their feelings, but then it was like, okay, it is what it is. This is what normally happens with her anyway. On her way driving home, and I think this is how she kind of got distracted, but on her way driving home, she gets the phone call, a quote unquote butt dial from Roy's phone, and she hears Kimmie, as well as her husband Roy, getting it in. She was like, that bastard, she's like, but this is my thing. Your husband ain't crap. You don't like him. So why do you care like who he's messing with? Like, that's the part that's confusing me. Like, you don't even like him. Like it's just for optics at this point that you two are together. Like y'all literally do not belong with each other at all. But anyway, both of them are trying to conceal this whole unalive body in the trunk of the vehicle. So this is got to this to say that Mallory is just as conniving as her husband Roy. They literally, like I said, are made for each other. There's a lot of scenes with the two of them going back and forth. Of course, we're going to talk about Jules a little bit later because I gotta go a little bit deeper on Jules. Tyler Perry, he's no longer Mr. Lucius, the good Lucius from not the have and have-nots, but if loving you is wrong, he's definitely not that Lucian anymore. He's a straight up devil as well. But but yeah, Roy. Yeah, Crystle Stewart was definitely an Acrimony, but she was not as devilish as she is in this film right here. She messed with old girl's husband. She messed with Taraji's husband, but she didn't know that they were in a relationship. You know what I mean? So it's like a total different animal. So salute to Crystle Stewart, who is portraying Mallory. She's just doing her thing. She's doing her thing. I'm happy for her to get to see her on the screen again. What up, Jay? Thank you for tapping in. Absolutely appreciate it. Yeah. So again, Mallory is. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, Jay. Yeah, so Mallory is just evil. I don't even know. Again, she gave us a little bit of her story. However, I want to know how much of that is really her story. Did she really get discovered at this whole modeling competition? That she said that Mr. Betterly wanted to, he picked her. He said that she was his model. And so I'm just wondering, exactly how much of that is really true. What is her real background other than she said that she was this foster child? But at the end of the day, we know that Mallory is garbage. She's evil. And I used to not call people garbage, but her character is garbage. But she's doing her thing. That's all I can say. She's doing her thing. They're doing an amazing job at pretending to be the perfect couple. Even in front of Jules, who know they can't stand each other, they're pretending to just be this whole perfect couple. Which they are not. Both of them have their secrets. Y'all keep watching, because if you haven't watched Beauty in Black as of yet, you should be watching it. It's been out a couple of weeks now. So you should have watched it from the first episode all the way to the 8th episode and back around again. That's all I can really say. I'm enjoying revisiting. I'm definitely enjoying revisiting. I was about to say all the Queens of Men, y'all. I'm definitely enjoying revisiting Beauty in Black. Y'all, right? Fake is fake. Does they crazy? Yeah. Yeah, they definitely fake ass. I had to say that word. But yeah, they're faking it. Like, it's all about, with Mallory, it's all about public perception. Inside the house, they can be beefing and can't stand looking at each other, but it's almost as if as soon as they walk into that office, or if they have to be seen together, it's a whole lovey-dovey type situation, when in actuality they cannot stand each other. Mallory's character is very interesting to me. Yeah, she's different. She's different. Again, I need more about her. Why is she the way that she is? She keeps saying that, that Roy's family made her that way. What exactly did they do? Was it that she had to have a tough exterior to be around them? Was she, like abused by them or something? What did she have to do to become this complete butthole that she has become? Yes, this is top-notch TV show on Netflix. Like I was saying earlier, Jay, she Beauty in Black it was number one for like the first 2 weeks, I believe, and then coming into this week, now it's still in the top watched shows or top watched series on Netflix. So people are literally still searching for it. They're still looking at it. They're still, watching it and commentating on it and everything. And again, yep, definitely want her backstory in part two. I need to know. I definitely need to know more about her. Now, even though I don't have his image, let me get to this comment real quick. I like when Mallory said that she would rather have equity than a check. I mean, that was a smart move. Absolutely, give me equity, because that means I get more money, more everything than just one particular check. That means I'm set for the rest of my life. As long as this company is running and doing what it needs to do, I'm straight. And if I'm smart enough, like I think that Mallory is, she's definitely putting some money back. If I know better, she's definitely putting some money back. So if something happens, she won't have to really worry about anything. But yeah, that was a great line. That she would rather have equity than a check. And I felt that. I was there for her with that one. Definitely. And I also want to say that listen, as we know in the news now, there is definitely a hair care lawsuit. Women have been diagnosed with cancer because of these putting these chemicals in our hair, these perms and all of this stuff that's affecting our body. It goes from your head through your body. And Tyler Perry plucked that one from the news. And I'm like, well, Tyler Perry, which company specifically are you referring to? Like, who's getting the lawsuit? We know that, like I said, there are some companies that people are getting paid because it has been proven that cancer, whether it's uterine cancer, ovarian cancer, it's being transferred to women through their hair by using some of these products. So I ain't making no money. Thank God I didn't have to, deal with that. But I was as they say, I was a fiend for the crack long time ago. The perm crack, the hair crack. I was a fiend for that for a very long time. And thankfully, about 8 years ago, I decided to, go natural. And this ain't about, this is not a plug for people to go natural. But I'm just saying, it was crazy that he literally pulled that straight from the news, as what is it, Law and Order do? Straight from the news, or straight from the news. They talk about different things that are going on, real things that happen in real life, and he literally pulled this one. He pulled this one really well, but then it also shows like the dysfunction within the family, and even though they have money, there's still so much dysfunction. There's also so many secrets that are going on within the family. Like, it's crazy. But I'm here for it. I love that he chose to do that. This is one of Tyler Perry's best. He does. It's like he elevates with every everything that he does. Every premiere, every movie, every film, every series, he gets better and better. So salute to him for pulling that straight from the news. Yeah, with the cast and the crew, and the lawsuit may make them broke. And I'm thinking they're gonna lose money. They're gonna lose money. So Roy and Charles, they're the ones that need to get themselves together. But I think that's why Roy specifically hasn't filed for divorce from Mallory, because she's the one with the smart. She's the one with the money fits. Like, so if something happens, she's going to be the one with the checks, and he's going to be the one. Welcome to McDonald's, man. I take your order. Yep, wild twists and scandals, and Netflix budget definitely made a difference. Oh yeah, definitely. Netflix definitely put in some ends, because I don't see any scene in here so far that looks like it was actually done on Tyler Perry Studios. I was looking at the to see what, but then again, he did have I think that house that they live in belongs to Tyler Perry. I think anyway, y'all. I'll be looking at background scenes and all that other kind of stuff and see what I can see that I remember from being on Tyler Perry Studios. But yeah, that budget definitely made a difference for sure. And oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Jay. Of course, I had to find a way to talk about Cross or introduce Cross to some people who they know Aldous Hodge, but they don't know the Cross books. And it's on Audible for anybody. And for those of you that are listening right now, I mentioned this last night as well. VKJ and I, as well as I believe it said Monique 69 Ways, right, will be joining us as well. And we're going to talk about Cross because James Patterson has come out with the series of Cross, which is going to have my boy Aldous Hodge in it, y'all. I'm so excited. And I just hope you guys will lock in with us because we're gonna have some fun with this one. We got a black what do you call it? He's a psychologist as well as he's a whole detective. Like, dude is super. He's a father. Like they're gonna give him a little love life. It's gonna be a whole lot of what wasn't, what was in the books, but then they're gonna bring it to life with a new actor portraying Alex Cross. So anyway, y'all. Anyway, listen, like I told y'all, I wasn't going to be here very long, but excuse me. Thank you so much for kicking it, hanging out with me for a few minutes. I'll be back later on in the day because I'm going to do, for sure, one of my favorite shows, Wicked City. Eventually, y'all will grow to love Wicked City or just get tired of me talking about it. But I love Wicked City. I will definitely be back just to talk a little bit more about it later on this evening. But thanks again, y'all, for kicking it with your girl. I absolutely appreciate it. And that's pretty much it. November 28th, we're going to have All the Queen's Men. November 14th, we got Cross coming to Prime Video. And then sometime next year, I think it's March 2025, we're going to get the remaining episodes to Beauty in Black. But also, y'all stay locked in because maybe next week, y'all know I have to play things by ear. My schedule will be weird. But possibly next week, I will come back through and make a few more videos or go live and just discuss a few more of the characters. And also, if y'all are interested in actually doing a play-by-play episode by episode, make sure y'all check out VKJ. He's doing a great job over there. He and Monique, they're doing an amazing job by talking about the episodes weekly. So they talk about each episode. So far, they're on episode number 5. So make sure you guys head over there and check that out. I'm just doing like an overall recap, character recap, not so much as complete episode recap. You're welcome. Of course, you're welcome. And Mallory is afraid of Olivia and Horace. She seems that way. But I mean, what happened though that caused her to be so afraid of Olivia and Horace? That's my question. I need to know. Did these people beat her, tie her down, or something? What happened? So again, just like Jake said, we definitely need to get a backstory for sure. Family Business Nola. When is that coming back? I've been trying to find that date, but I'm here for it because I've been reading the book. And I think next week my girl EJ TV Junkie is going to do her live reading on Family Business Nola. If you haven't gotten the book Family Business Nola, you need to do it. It's very good. It's preparing us for the show. Yeah, always, Jay, of course. No matter, I be in my own world, busy, running like a bee, literally. But I still, I try my best to support you guys. You've always been a great influence on me, and I'm always show love, and that's just what it is. Thank you, DeMarcus. I absolutely appreciate it. Yep, Nola, Family Biz, okay. And thank you, Jay. And thank you, everybody. Y'all was quiet. Y'all, it's okay to talk over here. I do all the talking. But I appreciate y'all. Don't just come in and look, say something. But anyway, y'all, that's about it. Thank you so much. Your girl is up out of here. Have a great evening. And as always, stay ruthless.